Before I get started, what I wanted to show you is that they want you to brace this on each side. And that means they say take the same block, but I don't have a clamp that big. Take the, cut out a couple little pieces of wood to fit the side, put a clamp on it to hold it in place. Now they suggest doing it on both sides, but I think it's more important to do it on the second one, and we'll see why in a minute. But we'll have those. After you watch this, you may decide it's more intelligent to go ahead and brace them from the very beginning. Keep in mind, I'm not making this stuff up. I get these plans out of nice magazines. There's lots of them out there, and I'll give you some more information on where I got this one later. They're a lot of fun. You can do them. You can make up your own projects yourself, but I'm not that advanced. So we'll go ahead and start cutting this thing. It's a real thick piece of wood, so I think I'm going to go real slow. They recommend using a 3 or 5 size size blade. I exclusively use Olson blades. I just happen to like them. They seem to be consistent in how they're made. And they always do a good job. I guess I'll speed that up a little bit. Here we go. Whoa. This one's going to be hard to do. I got a new blade on here too. I'm really holding this thing down hard. I wonder if I can speed it up, maybe do better. I don't often cut wood this thick. In fact, I can't remember the last time I cut wood this thick. This is going to be real slow. In fact, I'm going to put my brace on here. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I put the brace on this thing. This is used often just to keep the wood from bouncing up. The blade will catch whatever you're cutting and snatch it up. If it's thin enough, I can hold it with my fingers. I could hold this, but it's so, the blade catches so much, I decided to give myself a little extra support. Yeah, I don't want to get into this. Oh, shoot. Basic error. I forgot to put the tension back on. So what happens, you're not paying attention close enough? These DeWalt scroll saws, and all scroll saws I believe, come with a tension device. After you attach the blade, let's put this up a little bit. After you attach the blade to the holder and dog it down, there's a tension bar here. This one's numbered from 1 through 5. And it's loosened up so you can actually get the blade on there. And then once you get on there, you tighten it. You have to do it by feel. I put it up to about 5. Now that 4 is going to be 4.5 is enough. Then you're good to go. Okay, I'm trying another angle on the camera. Not sure you can see the blade. The blade's right here. I want to be able to be sure you can see how it's going through the wood. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way. If I had a $1 million budget, I could hire somebody to run the cameras for me and have a director and all this kind of stuff, but I ain't got anything like that. So I can smell the wood burning. This blade is getting hot. It's going to take a while to cut this. I gotta turn this thing. Whoa, come on, here we go. Man, this is quite a challenge. Like I said, I hadn't cut anything this thick before. It's working, but it's slow. I wouldn't want to cut a huge, big pattern like this. Alright, we're going to stop for a little bit and let this thing cool off. I can feel the heat. That blade is getting hot, 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 hot. Alright, after cutting on this for a little bit, I've decided to go to the big gun. They suggested 3 or 5. I'm going to try the 5 blade. There's not that much fine cutting I have to do, so that's a thicker blade, but it might cut a little bit faster. And I enjoy doing this, but I don't like sitting there blasting away on a piece of wood for an hour and just getting a little way. So you can, I don't know, you can't really tell, but that's a much thicker blade than that number 3. I use a number 2 for most cutting, like the very thin wood for fine cutting, but for this, I got the big gun. Okay, we're back in business. I've got the number 5 blade on here. I'm going to speed up a little bit and see how it goes. This seems to be cutting a little bit better. And I've got safety glasses on. You always wear safety glasses, because that blade could break now because it's so hot. And it'll probably just break in two, but you never know. A little piece could fly off and jump up into your eye or something. Oh. Alright, we're going to stop for a minute. Alright, we're jumping forward a little bit here because there was no point in showing the rest of the cut on this. It was slow, slow, slow. Well, I got it done. And then, actually I cut from, started here and just went all the way around. So you can see the thing will come out now. And what we're going to do at this point, we rotate it, now I got to cut out this side. But the trick is as I'm cutting it to keep this thing from shifting, because this is going to be my little table. Alright? So, what they suggest they do in the plan is clamp it and use a couple of things to brace it while you do that. So first I'm going to make sure that my little piece that I cut is there. Remember, I'm going to make a three-dimensional little table. It's supposed to be a table when I get done. I just noticed, look, the leg ends here, and here they got these little nubs. We're going to cut it around and then cut in the inside. And then we're going to cut those off. So it'll be straight and flat. Anyway, we'll figure all that out as we go. I made these two out of scrap wood. I read somewhere, take the wood pieces you get left over from cutting things out and throw them in a box for later use, and they are so right. This is just some scrap wood I had, and I cut them to the right size I wanted. And cut this puppy out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is cut here and just cut around. So let's see how it goes. This is slow cutting. You just gotta let the blade do the work. I'm so tempted, in fact I've been doing it, I push to try and make it go faster, and all it does is bend the blade and create more heat. You'll notice I got this guard on here and it's not doing any good right now. I'm probably going to take it off. My two little brace pieces are sitting up too high for it to really be allowed to sit down and do its work, keep it from bouncing. So you can see this is how it's just going to work. I'll zoom in a little bit and we can get a closer shot.